Hello, I have another journal I wanted to share for you guys. I've been busy this week. I had this great book that I found actually at my library that was, they were selling, it was like $1 or something like that. And I couldn't pass it up. It has this little stamp on the front of it that it says Calypso. It has a swimmer and a fish. Looks like it could be a dolphin on there, I'm not sure. And so I couldn't not to do another ocean themed book. It seems to be a theme that I come back to a lot. I feel there's a lot that can be done with that, and I like exploring all those little options, different options. So anyways, I'll tell you about the book. I put a collage of some papers and inked them up, and a little bit of cheesecloth on here, stamped some of the background paper there with some little map rose something that's on a map. Compass rose that's on a map. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, I always do this. Anyways, this is a book page here. It was a play. It was from a book of plays. And it has this nice saying on here that I thought was perfect for this book. It says, "Oh, to be scudding south again with the power of the trade wind driving her on steady through the nights and the days. Full sail on her nights and days." And it goes, I mean, the whole thing isn't there, obviously, because it's torn out. But I really liked that. I don't know if you can see it for sure. There's I gilded this with some antique gold and did a little bit on the edges here. These dark spots are the gilding paste. Not all of it is real shimmery. Some of it, because it was a light colored book, it just appears dirty and grungy, like it's been out on the waters and well used. In the plate here is a little card that can be removed, and you can write what you choose on there. What else was I going to say? This is some muslin that was coffee dyed and inked, and I sewed around all of the edges, and that helps to reinforce the spine, which I did sew the signatures directly to. This one has a really long tails, sewing tails on. I didn't trim them. I resisted the urge to trim them because I really thought that it added to the look of the book. This is just some gunk from my craft table that does come off. Promise. It does. Some more of that gilding paste on the back, and I inked up the edges. I already said that. Oh, what else? The closure is just some of these bulldog clips that I also gilded to match the title plate here. On it is a true rusty old skeleton key, a little metal bead, and a tag with just some random number stamped on it. And it can be taken completely off if you so choose. And it's just, they're held together just with some twine. Alright. Because the title of the book is The Living Sea, which I'll just go ahead and tell you, this is the title page of the original book. And it has the copyright on here is 1963. This was a book about, I just read it. What is it? It is the Calypso, the I'm not going to try to say that word right there. They're oceanographers that are on an expedition. I can say oceanographers. Oceanographic? I don't know. I'll stop talking about that now. Anyways, but because Calypso is on the title page as well as on the cover, I wanted to put a little something in there about Calypso. So I have this is a vintage image painted in the early 1800s of a portrayal of what Calypso could have looked like. And this is a printout of Homer's Odyssey, portions of it about Calypso. This is one section, and there is another section from Homer's Odyssey farther in the book. Okay, and were both printed on coffee dyed paper. I loved the color of the interior of this book, so I just kept the end pages, reinforced the spine with some more fabric. This is a canvas pocket that I inked around, sewed around. It is on cardstock, so it's a little bit more structured, not floppy. Lots of coffee dyed and tea dyed papers. Got some of the pictures in here from the book itself. I loved this one. You got Lady Liberty there in the background, and this fireboat is spraying out water, welcoming the Calypso home to New York, or to New York. Okay, the Calypso was an oceanographer's expedition ship by Jacques-Yves Cousteau. So, a little history there about that. That, I believe, is Calypso. Yes, Calypso receiving the classic welcoming parade. This is some writing paper. This is some authentic aging on here. I didn't have to coffee dye or tea dye that. Lots of sewing, as you could see before. Lots of sewing. This is just some paper collaged on here. This is a pocket up here. Because this is a large book, I'm getting so distracted on this book. This one is 6.5 by 9.5 inches with a 1.25 inch spine. So it has large pages. So large pattern papers worked fine. I could just cut them down and they would work. But writing paper, you have to, I call it quilting. I quilted them together with the sewing machine. And that leaves pockets in different places. And inside this pocket is another pocket, a floating pocket. You can either attach it somewhere else, or you can stash secret goodies in there, or secret messages. Back in there, it's as far as it goes. Some more pattern paper. I did quite a bit of stamping in this book. This is, you'll see it's a page from it's the inside of the end pages. Some ledger paper. This is a dictionary definition of semaphore, which is communication using flags, which I've always related to sailing and ocean travel. I don't know. I could be wrong. Correct me if I am, if anybody knows. This is just a fabric here with an anchor on it sewn on. This pocket, a large journaling tag card. This is also a page from the original book. It says, excavating the ancient wine ship. This is the Calypso, and it's excavating a sunken ship. And you got a little information about that if you wanted to read it. It's an interesting reading. Got some tags, coffee dyed tags in here for extra journaling space. A vintage image of a song called By the Crystal Sea. It's another one of those stitched pages, quilted pages. This is some stenciling that I did with paints. You got a faint image of a chain and some rope, things that I associate with sailing and ships in the ocean. Maybe not ocean so much, but the ships in the ocean. This was a book page from a different book about a sailor, Gypsy Moth. In a previous video, I have a journal that I made for myself that was using the cover of the Gypsy Moth. If you're interested, I'll put the link to that down in the description if you're interested in checking it out. And that one's mine that I kept for myself. This one is kind of, okay, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't going to do this because I didn't feel that it was relevant, but my journal is the sea captain's wife's journal that she keeps while the sea captain is away. This one is the sea captain's journal. So this is my thought process while I was doing this journal. So this is the journal that he kept while she was away. Anyways, where was I? That explains this book page, in case you're wondering. This is about a man that sailed, and it wasn't a large ship, it was a small ship, one man. He sailed all over the world, I don't even remember, but he broke some records. Some more of that collaged book page, just glued on, collaged onto here. Sorry, stenciled book page, collaged onto the page. I'm rambling a lot. A tag here that says Explore, Dream, Discover in this little pocket. Some more stamping. This is a little collaged journaling card with coffee dyed paper, a sailboat on the back of it, some grungy brown paper stitched on there, some more stamping. And this is the other section of the Homer's Odyssey about Calypso, a little background on her. I imagine that the sea captain would be afraid of her, possibly meeting her. So if you read that, you'll see why. Or if you know, which a lot of people probably do. Sea turtle here on this little pocket. This is another picture page from the original book, them going to shore. There's some more. I'll just show you the back of it here. They're trying to net, I thought this was strange, trying to net a, I think they call these sea lions, yes. So, anyways, just wanted to share that with you. Some more of that stenciling, some more sewn page. This makes a little pocket here. More stamping. Got a little journaling card, another one of those little floating pockets. Here in this pocket, a little bit of muslin sewn on. I like the coffee dye on this one. It was very grungy, which suits the book. The other side of that ledger paper, book page, coffee dyed paper, some stamping. I always think of a like a message in a bottle with this, some pattern paper, another large pocket with a card. This was from Trash Junk That Treasure. I'm sorry. And I received that in a giveaway here lately, if you saw that earlier in the video before this one. Journaling card here in a pocket. And some more of that stenciled paper collaged on, writing paper. This was a page from the original book, and it tells a little bit. They're climbing Calypso's diving ladder, returning from a dive. There we go. That's the word. The other side of that. Let's see. We got, of course, if you're going to have Calypso, you know, a mythical person, mythical goddess, we're going to have mermaids in here. I mean, sea captains. Got to watch out for them. Let's see. Another one of those quilted pages. In this little side pocket here, got a little compass image there, a little tag here with a seahorse on it that's been inked up. This is a vintage image of a ship sewn onto some cotton fabric on this large page here. Let's see, more coffee dyed paper, ledger paper, pattern paper. This has, you know, kind of a collage of like some traveling type things. Oh, I forgot to tell you that this is a postcard, I imagine, that he was planning to send to, or you can imagine he received from his wife while he was out at sea, or not while he was out at sea, but when he went ashore somewhere. It's what is it called? I can't think of it. You know what I mean, though. But yeah, I did some stamping on there to make it look like an old postcard. I'm a mess today. So anyways, some more cheesecloth sewn on here. Got a large journaling card with some coral on it in this large pocket. It's another picture from the book. And this is a picture from a different book. This is Middlesex, Isleworth, the London Apprentice. The London Apprentice there is in the background of these boats here on this arbor, which is dry right now. But I thought that was a really cool picture to put in there. Another page from the book, The Living Sea, on one of these quilted pages. Another stenciled page, collaged on. It's just a journaling card with some stamping for some journaling, of course. Some more of that writing paper. A tiny little pocket right here with a tiny little tag. Some more of that crinkly brown paper. This is a tag made out of stenciled book page, and I did gesso the back of it so it can be written on. Oh, don't want it to get lost and hidden in there. Some stamping here. And there, this is a large double pocket. A large pocket here with a large journaling card, and right here is a little tag, which I did intend to put some things tied on some of these tags, which I will probably still do that. I'll do that before I list this on Etsy. So just imagine in some of these tags there will be some twine and ribbon and who knows what else. Whatever I find. Large tag here with okay, I have to tell you about this. Was funny. Whoever gets this book, if you don't like this, I completely understand. It's not everyone's not everyone would appreciate this. I'm kind of on the line. I think it's funny. This is a book page from that same play from earlier, and it talks about whiskey. Oh, whiskey is the life of man. It's a song that the sailors are singing. I don't know. I'll pause and let you read that if you want to. And I put this bottle here, like, you know, representing like an old whiskey bottle. The sailors had some fun that night. This is an old historic history. I can't, oh my goodness, I can't think. You know what I mean. It's a vintage image of some mussels and shells. Wow, there's a stamped shell. Oh, and this is some linen that is kind of inked up there. Some more ledger paper, writing paper. Another large pocket here with a tag for some journaling. Some more of that fabric with the anchors. This could be a secret little hiding spot for journaling if you wanted to. I'm feeling really good today. I'm just being goofy. So bear with me. Some more of that. Another one of those sewn pages. Page from the book. Some stenciled book page. A large or not a large, but an envelope here. I imagine this could be the sea captain's wife. She sent him a picture. It is just a Tim Holtz cabinet card, and it's just a piece of coffee dyed paper for journaling. So there's that. I left that in the inside of that plain. I love that color. I think it looks really good. And there is the sea captain's journal. So I hope you enjoyed that. Bye.